like to call the Utility Service Board meeting to order. The time is 5:42, and we do have a quorum. May I have do I take attendance first?
Just ask for the approval of minutes.
Okay, may I have the approval of the minutes, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. And you should have all received the payment of claims by email.
We have to vote on the
You got to vote.
vote first.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay,
Zach not with us? Nope.
so may I have your
Do a
vote?
roll call vote. Or, I mean, you can,
You got your roll call?
no, we don't need to do it. Yeah, Zach's not here. Go ahead.
I say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Unanimous aye, myself. Proceed.
Okay, and payment of claims.
All right, may I have a motion for payment of claims? You did receive those by email, please.
So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimously moved and voted. And may we have the report from the superintendent, please?
Why, certainly. Okay, so I'll start out with our change order one, our SWIFT/ARPA funded sanitary sewer rehab project that is underway right now. As you will hopefully recall, we built some contingency into that project because we knew that some of the information we used to generate the scope of the project, some of those inspections were a little bit dated. We built some contingency into the project because we knew that we're probably going to run into items that have gotten worse. And so sure enough, so we're already into change order one, which used up about 80% of our contingency fund. So while we do need to get the change order approved, it has to be properly documented. It does not affect the project financially at this time. It just, all it does is it hits that contingency money that was already approved in the project. Once we exceed that contingency amount, if we have another change order that takes us over and above that, then of course we'll have to come back to you guys for an increase on that. But, so I would approve or recommend approval of change order one on the SWIFT 2022 sanitary sewer rehab project. Then we also have amendment number 2 to the existing agreement with Wessler Engineering. That's the construction admin and inspection services for the phase 2 water system improvements, the water main replacements. We, of course, have added some scope to that project, as you well know. Plus, we've also had some time delays experienced by the contractor due to, parts and materials delays, which is affecting everybody. And they also had a little bit of setback in getting started, meeting the original start date. So what happens, though, is because we have added this extra time into the project, we are also going to have some additional construction admin and inspection services that we need to make sure that we have. So we're adding $58,190 to the project with this amendment to allow the inspection and construction admin the extra work to get done. So we do recommend approval of that amendment as well. We have moved forward with Peerless Midwest. So as you know, we did get approval to put well 7 in our existing Fort Harrison well field. It's actually, we're calling it well 7R, the R standing for replacement because we're replacing the old well 7. We're still hoping to hear back from them real soon on well number 11, which is going to be the new well. But at any rate, as you know, we already had a PO open with Midwest to get this all going. And so the $119,518 then is for them to actually install the well and to do the test pumping. This actually the well and screen installation, test pumping, and hydrogeologist services for observing the pump test and monitoring the observation wells for drawdown on those water levels. And then, so the next phase of that will be when we actually engage with BLN to actually design the well houses and then the water and electrical connections to actually finish the well. So, and that will be coming up, I believe, at our upcoming meeting. Nothing to approve there, actually. So, and then I did want to touch on, we did get our sanitary sewer rate and bond ordinances passed at the September 6th council meeting. So we actually, had the finance meeting immediately prior to that. They passed it out of finance to the council. Then we opened up we had the regular meeting, which they took care of a few agenda items. Then they suspended that meeting. Then we had the public hearing, which is required, and no comments during that meeting. And then we went to a vote after that. And so we had a near unanimous approval by the council. There was one member absent who was on vacation. And then we had a 7-1 vote to approve the rates. To approve the rates, and then 8-0, full unanimous approval on the bond issue. So I think everybody understands now how important it is that we get this work done, especially in terms of satisfying the requirements of our EPA order. So obviously we're going to continue on with what we're doing with Structure Point. We're looking to be on time for submitting our modeling report to the EPA in November. As soon as that's approved, we get our corrective action plan in. We have 180 days to get that done. Then they'll approve that, and then we'll start pushing the projects out the door. And by that time, we should have the bonds. The bond issue should be complete, and we should be ready to go.
God, I'd compliment you and great consultants and Brian Bosma on all your good work to educate the council. That's not an easy thing.
Yeah, it was. We did have several opportunities to do so. I'd like to also mention our EPA lawyer up in Chicago, Fred Andes, who also represented us on the first order back in 2008. But at any rate, I think it went very well. I think everybody understood the full extent of what was going on and what was needed. The one thing I will note is that if you remember in the study, we had hoped to have this approved earlier, towards like mid-year. And then, we start that first phase, and then the subsequent phases, we're going to start on January 1 of 2023, 24, and 25. Mm-hmm. Well, since the bills with the increase, the first phase of the increase will not go out until October, and then all of a sudden, then you just got November and December. We didn't want to then hit again January 1 of 2023. So those last 3 phases we are actually going to implement effective April 1st of 2023, 24, and 25, and give a wider gap in there before we hit people with the next phase.
You said April through, the implementation dates was April? May?
April 1st of 2023, 24, and 25. That'll be phases 2, 3, and 4.
Thank you.
And we're also, we've got a mailer already prepared. I believe Kathy's getting that uploaded to our mailer service. So we're going to actually send a mailer out to all our customers, informing them of, what we got approved. It'll also, on the back page, we'll have a breakdown of the new rates and the implementation dates. So we'll hopefully have that out here. I'm hoping, if not Friday, that maybe we'll get that out early next week.
If I may ask a question, will that be available digitally as well, that implementation?
Yep.
Great,
Yep.
okay,
We'll have it also posted on the website.
awesome, thank you.
The account adjustments.
Oh, yes, yeah, we do have 2 account adjustments. One at 11528 East 78th Street. Is that right? I don't recall us having a 78th Street in Lawrence.
Let me look. I have 11528 East 78th Street in your report.
Right, but I know we have a 77th and 79th. I've never seen a 78th Street in Lawrence. I think we might need to check that one. I mean, I think we can go ahead and approve it. I'm sure it's just a typo.
And you let us know.
It is an adjustment due to a busted spigot. And then we have another adjustment at 9921 Cherry Tree Lane for $593.52 due to a service line leak. And so both of those, the staff does recommend approval.
Okay.
I think we can go ahead and approve them.
I'll double check it. I
Condition
copied
on
it directly from
correcting
what she sent, so that's what's on the report and that's what's on the agenda, but Double check the address in the morning.
I just, for the life of me, can't.
You don't believe
It
it's
was
at
78th
78th Street?
There's 77th.
We have 77th, and that's just a little piece of road that goes from Sunnyside to the east a couple blocks and then dead ends. But I've never seen a 78th Street in Lawrence, so. I'm thinking it might be 79th Street. But other than that, I think we can go ahead and approve those two. We would, certainly the staff does recommend approval.
Okay. Any questions or anything? Okay. Thanks so much, Scott.
Thank you.
Okay. And it doesn't look like we have any unfinished business. We do have new business. And I would like to request a approval for amendment number 2, agreement with Westler Engineering Incorporated for water systems improvement project to extend contract times and increase project scope.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion.
Yes.
I'll second.
And a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. May I make a motion for the approval of change order 1 to add additional work to the 2022 sewer manhole rehabilitation project?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, vote.
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
thank you, unanimous, approved. And may I make a request for an approval, for a motion, for the approval of the agreement with Tyler Technologies regarding improvements to our online billing option?
So moved.
Second.
Vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, aye, unanimous. And for accounts adjustments, may I make a motion, put them together, make a motion to approve both 11528 East 78th Street, potentially with an amended address, and 9921 Cherry Tree Lane.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion.
Second.
May I have a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimously. And there's no remonstration rate dispute regarding disconnect notice, no citizens' comments. May I have a request to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.